I was listening to Sam Harris' podcast the other day, episode number 68, with Yuval Noah Harari. It's a fascinating talk, and they cover a lot of different topics. Most specifically, I think the most important one is meditation, and they explore the nature of true reality. And that's something that I'm definitely not even going to attempt here, because they cover it so well in the podcast. So if you want to check that out, you can go to the description, and if I can link a video, I'll put it around here somewhere. So go and do that if you're into meditation. What I did want to do, however, was to draw attention to something that Sam and Yuval speak about at around the 41-minute mark. This is in regards to fake news.
The issue of fake news seems to me has direct relevance to the influence of stories. How do you view this recent phenomenon of fake news? Is it at all new, or have we been dealing with fake news for thousands of years?
I still don't understand what's new about it. I mean, it's a very troubling phenomenon for sure, but I don't think there is anything new. I mean, if this is the era of post-truth, then I would like to know when was the era of truth. I mean, was it, the 1950s, the 1930s, the Middle Ages? I don't think there is anything that Joseph Goebbels didn't know about propaganda and fake news and manipulating the public.
So recently it's becoming more prevalent, this whole fake news thing. So let's deconstruct that a bit. It prompted me to think about what I'm actually putting out into the world, whether that be my conversations or my YouTube channel. How do I interact with the world? So I wanted to talk about the importance of telling your truth. If you don't state and practice a version of reality that you desire and that you honestly communicate, how else can you achieve this? I'm becoming increasingly aware of the prevalence of ideology in society rearing its ugly head. One need only look at the far right and the regressive left to see extreme conviction and rhetoric towards a collective idea. The problem I feel is that whilst it's powerful to band together to fight for what you think is right, I think it's much more valuable to just live that lifestyle and speak your truth. You can't change people's minds without them wanting to change their mind. People learn new things through their own inquiry and discovery. They don't like being told what to think. The more you try to change someone's mind by attacking them and their beliefs, the more they start to resent you. I think it's possible that we all share innate things that we need. The only difference between people is how they think that they can get those things. When you realize that, people with differing views are no longer the enemy. They're just another way to look at reality. It seems in these big groups that if someone doesn't subscribe fully to the ideology, then they're not accepted into the group. And we all want to feel like we're part of something bigger than ourselves. So here's the kind of catch-22, I guess. Our struggle for acceptance can drive people to accepting these crazy views. Having views that are somewhere in the middle and more nuanced as to what the issue is are just ignored. And maybe that says more about government than our behavior reacting to government. So coming back to actually discussing the points as they arise, there's someone that I think is quite good at doing that, and that's Dave Rubin. This long-form content allows people to actually go deeper and learn more about the issues. The problem, however, is that nuance doesn't draw attention. Nuance takes time, and in a fast-paced world, it seems like we have less time to give. People just want a quick fix from a story that reaffirms their existing beliefs or makes them outraged. And you might think, I don't want to be outraged. But this is an unconscious thing. This is going on in the back of your head. You're not even aware of this stuff. Then we have to analyze how we share our ideas. And this brings me to an interesting point, at least to me. And I want to hear your take on this. So when we're communicating online, we see a lot of trolls and people with very, very strong views. Some people don't seem to understand that ad hominem attacks don't really help their point at all. And they actually just give fuel to the opponent to use against them. The thing is, we're not attacking individual people, we're attacking ideas. So making things personal just doesn't help. I'm sure you're all aware of this phenomenon, and maybe there's nothing we can do to stop it. Just look at, YouTube comment sections. You may say, it's just the internet. But why don't we act online how we do in real life? Who knows, maybe someday AI will gain access to the internet and see everything that you've ever said online, and then act accordingly. Maybe they believe things that you say literally, and maybe you make a hate comment. Maybe they feel like you're a threat to other people, and the AI comes and kills you. I mean, this is this is definitely a stretch, and maybe I've just been watching too much sci-fi. It's time to really listen to people that disagree with you. If you really think that your idea holds strong, you shouldn't have to resort to anything but respectful conversation to get your points across. Now bear in mind, I am talking about an individual interaction, one-on-one. Coincidentally, meditation can actually really help this, as you can be aware of your ego and your I and catch yourself before you go into places that you can't come back from. But meditation's a whole other thing to explore. And I think the meditation side of things is definitely handled very well by Sam Harris and Yuval. This video has been way different to the other content that I've made. I'd like to hear what you think in the comments below. I want to make videos like this to get a conversation going. So if you're my friend and I sent you this link, comment below with your opinions on these issues. Let's discuss ideas respectfully here and show that it's actually possible to do on YouTube. If you can't comment because you don't have a YouTube account, just go and make one and comment below. It's probably going to take you like 10 seconds. So I look forward to what everyone has to say, and I'll try to engage with everyone that comments. These things fascinate me, and if they fascinate me, I'm sure that they fascinate somebody else.